Hello, Alex here. How you doing? Good to have you here. To any new viewers of the channel, hello, welcome. I hope you're having just a simply marvellous time perusing through the channel, and hopefully you found something that you like. To any sort of returning old faces, welcome back. Good to have you as always. And yeah, hello through this sort of weird one-way screen thing. Right. Yeah. Anyway, what was I going to say? I'm going to talk about what we're doing in the video. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a very, very short video. Although I know that I do have the tendency to rattle and prattle on, so I do apologise in advance. But I just wanted to share with you a very, very exciting project that I've been working on recently. Now, as you can probably guess, considering that this is a YouTube channel where there is lots and lots of films, I like making films and sort of being creative. And if you've watched any of our other videos, you would have maybe heard me rattle on about other sort of creative pursuits that I've undertaken, from some of my photography work to some of my voice acting work through audiobooks and stuff like that. And the reason that I'm sort of mentioning in this is sort of links to sort of this project that I'm going to tell you about very, very shortly. But I just want to go back in time a couple of years ago to when I first sort of, the seeds of this project appeared in my garden mind and started to grow. That's a really weird analogy. Anyway, a couple of years ago I started having this idea, and I was thinking about ways that I could challenge myself creatively, because I really enjoy it, and then ways that I could bring more creativity into my life, and hopefully on a professional level. And I suppose over the last couple of years I've been developing this idea, and you know, with anything like this, you know, you have to have a certain level of confidence. Sometimes you have to find that within yourself and sort of be okay putting yourself out there. And finally I've reached a stage where I sort of was ready to throw myself into it, and this is where I am now. So without further ado, I would like to introduce Alex WJ Creative. Now, this is my new venture. I suppose if you want to be formal about it, you could say this is my new business, but that does sound terribly formal, and I don't like that. So I'm just going to call it new venture at the minute. But what is Alex WJ Creative? I appreciate that the creative word is in the title. What does that actually mean? Effectively, Alex WJ Creative is a service offering creative services. And what I mean by that is, when I first had this idea and it was all sort of coming into fruition, I had a long, hard think about, you know, what specific creative avenue was I going to follow? Was it going to be sort of videography, photography, sort of acting? And I got myself all in a tiz because I didn't really know what to do, because I sort of love all of it. You know, I've been very, very lucky that I've been involved in lots of different sorts of creative activities, and I've covered a wide spectrum. And I thought to myself, well, why don't you just be greedy? Why don't you just do it all? So that's effectively what I've done. So effectively, I've sort of, Alex WJ Creative, I've sort of split it into different strands of sort of creative services. The main one being videography, and I suppose that's sort of your standard videography ideas, sort of your weddings and your events, but then also things like wildlife videography and travel. So for example, if someone was going on holiday, coming over to the UK to visit on holiday, or honeymooning or something like that, but wanted, you know, parts of their travels filmed, but you know, it's very, very difficult to film yourself when you're traveling. It's a very, very difficult thing to do. And especially if you're trying to enjoy yourself, it can sometimes be very, very difficult to live in the moment and film yourself, because you're always worrying about whether things are in frame and whatnot. Anyway, say hypothetically that happened, you could contact me and I'd be like, yeah, I'll come and film you doing whatever you want to do and put a nice little film together of all your epic adventures. Same with sort of weddings. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, or you know, wildlife stuff. So you know, I'm quite interested in sort of conservation and wildlife. Have written quite a lot about it. So say someone wanted to do a video about, you know, the plight of bumblebees and wanted to give like a talk to a camera. Well, I could provide that camera, film you, and then make whatever little film together, you talking about things that you're passionate about. So anything like that really, which I just think is really, really exciting and just sort of opens a lot of doors to do a lot of different stuff. I am someone who sort of craves knowledge, and not being the brightest spark in the book, I like trying to learn lots of stuff, and for me it's one of the reasons that I make films, is that I can sort of do lots of research, take in lots of information, and then sort of like a speaker or an amplifier, I can, you know, everything that I've learned, sort of splurge it all out in lots of different ways. So it's effectively what I'm trying to do here in a sense. And then I'm also offering written services, so if anyone needs sort of any writing done, so articles, reviews, or a speech written, or anything like that. I don't think I've really mentioned it on this channel before, but I've had a few short stories published. I've written articles for sort of various businesses and charities and stuff, so sort of pretend to know what I'm doing sometimes, but it's just another skill that I have, and writing is something I really, really enjoy. So I thought, you know, if I can, you know, someone can pay me to do that, then that's what I'm going to try and do. And then finally, you know, from some of our old films, you can see that, you know, I've made sort of short little films and stuff. I read drama at uni, and so, you know, I'm really interested in acting, especially voice acting. As I touched upon, I've done sort of audiobook and you know, podcasts and stuff like that, and really enjoy using my voice to tell stories. So same again, if anyone has an audiobook or a voiceover or something like that, needs narrating, and you know, hopefully you think I have quite mellifluous tones and you enjoy listening to me, that you might be interested in having my voice involved in your project. But that's it, it's a huge range of stuff, and hopefully this all goes to plan. The screen is now going to flip over to my website, and it will sort of outline and show to you, and my future self is going to explain what you can see, and hopefully it will give you an even better understanding of everything that I'm now offering through Alex WJ Creative. And here we are, straight onto the weddings tab, where I've got all my wedding packages outlined with some very attractive pricing, if I do say so myself. Next we've got the wildlife tab, which includes an example video. This is a film we made for Save the Rhino a couple of years ago, and one of the proudest I've ever been at making a film. Next is our travel. Got an example video there. We obviously do a lot of travelling, so we like to think we know what we're doing when it comes to filming travel videos. Next is events, so any sort of speeches or corporate events that you might need filming. Then writing and voice, so any voiceovers, audiobooks. I've got an example down there of an audiobook that I've done, so make sure you check that out. The next is a very sort of short portfolio. It's basically directing people towards the YouTube channel where all my work is, and my blog, along with some other notable projects that I've been involved in over the years. And the last page is the all-important contact page if someone wants to come and say hello. And that is the website in a nutshell. So yeah, there we have it. That's my new exciting project, and if there is anyone out there, hello. If you're reading this, if you're watching this and thinking, oh yeah, I really need a voiceover or a script written or anything like that, you know, just send me a message via the contact form on my website, and I'll get back to you. As I've sort of written in the about me bit, I love a challenge, and I'm putting myself out there to sort of challenge myself through as many different creative adventures as I can. So yeah, if anything interests you, please do let me know. If not, well, thank you for watching the video and checking out my website. I know it's very obvious to say please like, share, subscribe, but in this case, if you think and if your family or friends could benefit from anything that my new venture is offering, then yeah, please do let them know. I'd really appreciate it. Anyway, I am parched and really need a cup of tea, so I'm going to leave you all in peace, and I'll see you at the next one. Goodbye.